So, here are the requirements of the K1 Fiance visa. Number 1, they must be a United States citizen. The person filing for the petition must be a United States citizen. It says here the US petitioner must be able to prove that he or she is a United States citizen. Green card holders are not eligible for the K1 Fiance visa. They are, however, eligible for a CR1 visa, although the process can take up to 2 years longer. 2 years longer for a CR1 visa. So there's a reason for you to rather file, if you're just a green card holder, but you're not a US citizen and you want to bring somebody over, you want to bring your spouse over, you're not eligible to do a K1 Fiance visa, then you have to do a CR1 marriage visa. But that's the first requirement for a K1 Fiance visa. You must be a United States citizen. Number 2, you must be legally free to marry. It says here, if the petitioner was never married before, he or she must provide proof that any such if the petitioner was ever married before, he or she must provide proof that such a marriage has been legally terminated through death, divorce, or annulment. This is usually proven with evidence such as a death certificate or divorce decree. Number 3, you must intend to marry within 90 days. It says here, the petitioner must convince the USCIS agents and consular officers that the relationship is bona fide, meaning that it's legit, that he or she truly intends to marry within 90 days of entry. It says also, this is to avoid fraud from scammers marrying US citizens for the sole purpose of immigration. So when me and my fiance, when she came over here, we filed on her second visit. She's been over 3 times, but we filed after her second visit. That's another thing. If you can afford to go over to the immigrant's country more than once, rather do it. Rather go over there once or twice and 3 times before actually applying. It just looks better than just going over once. That's if your relationship, of course, is authenticate and legit. But also, when she came over, I had to sign on the paper to say that I intend to marry her within 90 days of entering the US. She also had to sign saying she intends to marry me 90 days within me entering the US. So that's the third thing. Number 4, it says have physically met the fiance within 2 years. So you should have met your fiance within the past 2 years from the date of you filing. Like I say, if you've met before and 2 years have passed, you can apply for a waiver, but it's only in certain circumstances they will accept that waiver, such as if extreme hardships have hit for whatever reason, religious reasons, so on and so forth. It goes on to say, the couple must prove that they have physically met in person at least once within the last 2 years. This doesn't mean they never need to know each other. This doesn't mean they never need to know each other for 2 years. It's just that within the last 2 years they have met in person, physically. And number 5, it says, and number 5 is you must meet the income requirement. Remember, the US citizen that's applying for the petition is essentially your salary doesn't really get taken in as an immigrant. The US citizen salary gets taken in, and they must prove that they can support the immigrant coming over themselves and how many ever other people are in that household. If you don't meet the minimum requirements, you can always get a joint sponsor but not many people are willing to be a joint or a co-sponsor. That means that, let's say you know somebody as a US citizen that is willing to be a joint sponsor for you. They will take their income into consideration too, and that's only to cover, let's say the immigrant comes over and they in some bad accident and they need medical care, stuff like that.